Hello students. So let's revise what we have learned in our last class. We have learned Earth gravitational acceleration. What is that? So according to Newton's second law of motion, a force acting on a body results in its acceleration. Thus, the gravitational force due to the Earth on a body results in its acceleration. And hence this is called as acceleration due to gravity, which is denoted as small g. Students, don't confuse between small g and capital G. Acceleration due to gravity is denoted as a small g. Then we have learned value of g on the surface of the earth. So the value of g on the surface of the earth is 6.77 meter per second square. Remember this very carefully. Okay, what are the variations in the value of g? So change along the surface of the earth. Okay, the value of g is highest at the poles and lowest at the equator of the earth. Change with height. What happens when the value of g changes with heights? So as we go above the earth's surface, the value of r in equation g is equal to gm upon r square increases and the value of g decreases. Change with depth. What happens when we go inside the earth's surface? That is, the value of g changes if we go inside the earth. It decreases as we go deep inside the earth. Okay, mass and weight. Mass is what? It is the amount of matter present in the object. Its SI unit is kg and it is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by scalar quantity? That means it has only magnitude and its value is same everywhere. What about weight? Weight, the SI unit of weight is Newton. It is a vector quantity, that means it has both magnitude as well as direction, and the weight of an object changes from place to place. Okay, now students, let's talk about our TESTMOS results. So the result is as follows, that is Harsh Dubey, Anupama Arupanada Biswal, Kanika, Noel, Prabhat Shukla, Sajida Chaudhary, Shubham Yadav, Sonal Tiwari, Varsha, Vijay Singh, Wahid Jamal Khan, Yuvraj Chauhan. So you all got above 50% marks. Very good students. But next time I want 100% marks from all the students. Some student you didn't perform test. I don't know what is the reason behind that, but next time whatever I will teach today, remember it, pay attention, and next time I want 100% result of your test. Okay? Once again, congratulations to all the participants. Okay. So students, now we are going to see next topics in our chapter number 1, gravitation. That is, okay, now students, there is two pictures in front of you. What did you observe in these two pictures? Okay, now tell me, what happens when we throw a stone in water? Just look at the first picture. Waves are created on the surface of water if we drop a stone in it. Okay, now what is the second image told? Okay, so here what happens? Similar thing happens with the string. When we stretch the string from both the sides, what happens? It gets stretched. So light is also a type of wave called as electromagnetic wave. You must have heard about all the rays like gamma rays, X-rays, UV rays, infrared rays, microwave, radio wave. These all are the different types of electromagnetic wave. Now what is gravitational wave? Let's see. So gravitational waves are very different types of waves. Einstein predicted their existence in 1916. These waves are very weak and it is very difficult to detect them. So what scientists they did, they constructed extremely sensitive instrument to detect the gravitational waves, and the instrument is LIGO. LIGO means laser interferometric gravitational wave observatory, is one of the instrument which they have detected, they have they have de- they created for to detect the gravitational waves. Okay. Okay, so now here we are moving towards the next topic, that is free fall. What you see in this picture, that is somebody is holding a stone in his hand. Now the next picture is what tells about what, that the stone gets released from the hand. Okay, now students, just imagine there is a small stone in your hand and you are holding that stone in your hand. Now tell me, which forces are acting on the stone? Think and answer. Answer in your mind that which forces is exerted in on the stone if you are holding the stone. The force exerted by your hand, because stone is there in your hand. Okay. Now if you release the stone, then which forces are acting on the stone after releasing? Yes, after releasing, what happens? The stone gets attracted towards the earth, towards the ground. That means which forces is acting upon it? The gravitational force. Yes. So here the two forces are acting upon the stone, that is a force which are exerted by your hand and the force of gravitation, gravitational force. Okay. So we know that the force of gravity due to the earth act on each and every object. Okay. When we were holding the stone in our hand, the stone was experiencing a force of gravity. But it was balanced by a force that we were applying on it in the opposite direction. Okay. The gravitational force is there. Force of gravity is there. But the second force which is there, that is the force which are exerted by your hand. So here the two forces are acting in opposite direction. Okay. As a result, a stone remained at rest. So once we release the stone from our hand, the only force that acts on it is gravitational force of earth, and the stone falls down under its influence. Whenever an object moves under the influence of force of gravity alone, it is said to be falling freely. Thus, the released stone is in free fall. Okay, when we release the stone, then what happened? It falls freely on the ground. Okay, because of the gravitational force. Thus, the stone is in free fall state. Okay. In free fall, the initial velocity of an object is 0, and it goes on increasing due to acceleration due to gravity on the earth. Initial velocity of an object is what? 0, but it goes on increasing as we release the stone because of acceleration due to gravity. Okay, for free fall, the initial velocity u is equal to 0 and acceleration a is equal to g. Thus, we can write the equation as, students, this equation you must have know about this. V is equal to u plus at, then s is equal to ut plus half at square, then v square is equal to u square plus 2as. If we put u is equal to 0 and a is equal to g, then what happens? Then in first equation v is equal to, we get gt because u is 0 and a is g. So we will get gt. In second equation we will get s is equal to half gt square. Why? Because u is 0 and 0 into t is 0. But a is what? G. So half a, in place of a we will get half gt square. And the third is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here we will get v square is equal to 2gs. Okay, u square is 0 and a is written as g. Okay, so for calculating the motion of object thrown upward acceleration is negative. The moon and the artificial satellite are moving only under the influence of gravitational field of earth, so they are in free fall state. Okay, the moon and the artificial satellites are in free fall state. Okay, the value of g is same for all objects at a given place on the earth. Thus any two objects with respect to their masses or any other properties when dropped from the same height and falling freely will reach the earth at the same time. Okay, students, Galileo is said to have performed an experiment around 1590 in Italian city Pisa. What he did, he dropped two spheres of different masses from the Leaning Tower of Pisa and checked whether the two objects reached ground at the same time or not. So now we are going to take two examples. That is, one example is a feather and the second is a stone. When we drop a feather and a heavy stone from a same time from a height, they do not reach at the earth at the same time. Obviously, what happens is, will they reach at the same time? No. The feather floats and reaches the ground slowly than the heavy stone. When we drop feather and stone, which object will reach the earth at the first time, very first? Obviously stone, because it is hard, and feather, it floats. But recently scientists performed this experiment in vacuum and they shows that the feather and the stone indeed reach the earth at the same time. But recently what scientists did, they performed an experiment and they showed that the both feather and the stone reach at the same time. Okay, so this is all about today. I hope you must have understood all these things. This is very easy, students. Okay, you have to remember this all terms. Free fall, this is very important. Then here the initial velocity is taken as 0 and it gets increasing. Okay, this is very important thing, free fall, and it is very easy also. Okay, then we have learned gravitational waves. Okay, I hope you understood this.